I talk a lot about security, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't really know what that is. So I wanted to do it in a fun and interactive and just kind of a different way. When I talk to people about security, it needs to be entertaining, it needs to be fun, it needs to be relevant, it's got to be simple. The Prince of Niger, he's old news. We all know what he looks like. When I talk to other so-called experts about data security, they want to talk about acronyms and firewalls and passwords and different brands of firewalls and why this firewall is going to do something better than another one. And it's all not really relevant. It's not right. It's not the way security works today. No body bags, no explosions, so nobody's really paying attention until it happens to you. And so what is it that executives really need to know? How are they going to be able to really minimize the likelihood that they're going to have a security breach or some sort of security incident that's going to disrupt their business? So I tell them you really need to have an impact likelihood graph, and that's how you measure risk. And so this has nothing to do with lots of stoplights with red and yellow and green. It's a simple graph with an X and a Y axis, and you just simply put your major applications and data sets in order of impact. And then you measure how likely it is that it would be that some of those data or information sets were going to be compromised or lost. And then you could take action on those top 3 or 5 things that really push the likelihood bar down. So risk is impact likelihood. So the impact of having your data exposed is high, you can't change that, but we can change the likelihood. So if we put a detection strategy in place, that's going to minimize it. If I educate my employees like I do you guys a lot, I tell you have to click on links and look and hover before you, but that minimizes it, and on down. But you never get down to 0. It's impossible. There's no such thing as 0 risk. But you got to put a program in place to keep the risk low. You got ongoing training, ongoing protection. All day long, we're all creating data, whether it's entering information into a database or leaving a voicemail on somebody's phone. We're all creating data all day, and some of this data has high value. It's important and critical to an organization. Some of the data has very low value. Over time, data can change in value. And so let's think about your data and what would happen to your information. And so we need to take that and have a conversation and put it into this impact likelihood. And so many of the providers and people out there are thinking, I've got to keep them out, and you can't. You got to give up on that. Firewalls, antivirus, this stuff is useless. It does nothing. And so what is the real key to security? It's the impact likelihood graph, but it's also understanding that there's 3 layers of security. It's protection, detection, response, and the focus is on detection. We can't keep people out, so we've got to have a detection strategy in place, and that is the key that has been missing in all the security assessments that I've done for many years, and it continues to be the case. Nobody has a detection strategy. The key to security is you can't keep them out. Nothing's 100% secure. You can't respond unless they know they're there. So the most important layer is, so those who said respond, detection, of course, are the winners. But they're all important. They have to work together in a system. People really need to know where their data is, what's valuable, who has access to it. This is something that many people never go through this exercise, and they never know where it is until it's too late.